Alright, what's up guys? Jeebs back here with another video, and today we have a special guest and another Focus ST. So this is Vishal. He is a local subscriber. He's on ASU. Obviously just bought this ST1. Is this a 2017?
It's a 2018.
It's a 2018. So this is the final production year for the Focus ST RIP, and it's in this beautiful gray. And we're just going to kind of go through the differences between both of them, and also he was on, you'll explain this better than I will, but he was on the pre-production for the new upcoming Focus ST platform, or the Focus platform for China. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, but let's jump into the differences between the Focus ST3 here that I have in Kona Blue and the Focus ST1. So the first thing we're going to notice aesthetically on the outside of the car, it's very, very similar. The only difference is the headlights. So I have these headlights that when I turn the steering wheel, they're actually going to move with where the direction of the car is going. And you can kind of see the different look. Here is a more simple headlight, just going to stay in place. But other than that, that is the only difference on the exterior between ST1 and ST3. The big differences come when we look at the interior of the car. The easiest way, there we go, the easiest way for you to tell the difference would be is if you're looking at the seats. So these are the ST1 seats, and something that a lot of people don't know, these are actually still Recaro seats. They're just not labeled like the other two models are. The other things you're going to notice are the etching right here is not carbon fiber. On the ST3 it is. You would have a carbon fiber shifter, you'd have carbon fiber trim there, and you'd also have carbon fiber on the handbrake, whereas here it's like a leathery plastic looking thing. So we'll open my door so you can kind of see the differences. So there's the carbon fiber trim up along there, shifter, and then on the e-brake, so you can kind of get a look at all of that. And I also noticed that the steering wheels are the same, but you can see mine just from almost 3 years old, just the oil from your hands on it, and you can see how fresh his steering wheel looks in here. Just looks beautiful. Unfortunately, I can't send smell through YouTube, but his car smells so good. It's leaking out right now. It smells amazing. So one other difference here that I just thought about is actually the head unit in the car. If I'm understanding correctly, they should both have Sync 3. The difference would be that my car just has the touch screen, so they should have the same functionality, just minus the touch screen, if you know what I mean. So going into my dash, here has the 8-inch touchscreen. This is factory tint. Yeah.
From the dealership.
Okay, all factory. Still have Rado gray wheels, so that's all the same. I do have, so another thing we'll notice is the subwoofer. So here he actually has a little bit more space in his trunk because there's no sub, and in mine there's a Sony subwoofer there, so that actually takes up a little bit of space. And honestly, like I've said in other videos, the sound system's decent in the ST3, but it's not a strong point of Ford. I think that's something that they need to put a little bit more time into. I also took this out of my car. I actually might put it back in. I don't remember why I took it out, but that's not in my car. As you can see, when I open the trunk, you can kind of see right into the cabin. So that's that. Also, I mean, I have some upgrades. I have the Ford Performance exhaust. This is the stock exhaust. Now, when I was listening to him actually just back up into the spot, it actually sounds, it has a sporty note to it. I forgot what the stock exhaust sounds like, and it still sounds pretty good. It's obviously not as loud as that, or the startup isn't as aggressive, but it still sounds pretty good if you don't want to mess with your car and you really don't plan on tuning it that much. You're just going to basically keep this thing stock.
Pretty stock.
And years down the road, when someone's looking for one of these, that's what's going to be highly sought after, is the fact that he hasn't tuned it at all. So for resale, that would be good, but you don't really plan on doing that anyways. With that all said, now let's get into what you were talking about earlier as far as, you know, helping kind of set up production or pre-production for the new Focus ST. I just thought this was very interesting.
So I was an engineer at Ford before, and I was part of the global manufacturing team. Before this, I'm a student now, but before this I was writing the time study codes for manufacturing assembly of the Focus in China plants.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And now we're losing all that production to China.
Yeah.
So you helped that. No, I'm just messing with you. But I don't know, I just thought that was really cool that he had that engineering connection with the Focus ST. So kind of cool to get them both side by side, kind of take a look at some of the differences. Obviously, if you guys have any questions about either of the cars, just write it into the comments below. But I mean, as far as the main differences is really just the interior. The seats being the biggest difference. Smaller differences would be, you know, the sound system, the lights, things like that, the trim. Here's a look at the back seats. Same shape in the back, just different materials. So that's about it. Now we're gonna show some drone shots of the cars, but yeah, hope you all liked the video. If this is your first time on the channel, please subscribe. I'm gonna be producing plenty of videos like this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like on it, and we will see you next time.